Well, it's been a packed week in Ghana, starting with the new restrictions imposed by the government as coronavirus cases continue to rise in the country. Then came the debt stock report showing the government's debt had jumped and is currently at 74.4% of economic output. And then the first monetary policy decision for the year. Okay, let's talk to Alabi John Kennedy, the managing partner at Bespoke Business Consulting, to make sense of all of these. Good afternoon, Mr. Alabi. Thank you very much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Hello, thank you for having me.
So Ghana's debt stock is currently at about 74.4% of total economic output measured by GDP. Has the government outlined any plans to reduce this? What sort of solutions are economies like you preferring?
Basically, even before now, the IMF had forecast that the debt stock to GDP would be around 76.7%, but later revised to 74.7%. And after basic analysis of the economy, the government of Ghana were able to find out that is within the reach of IMF as per their forecast, between 74.4%. Now, this has been going up since 2016 from 58.3% up to now. And it's a bit worrying. Now, as it is now, the Ghana debt stock is a bit worrying because it's going to make Ghana a highly risky country to invest. Now, this is not peculiar to Ghana alone. It's also peculiar to about 11 countries in the sub-Saharan Africa. And now what the government is trying to do is to make sure that they are able to have discussions with their creditors to extend payment tenors and to see if they can renegotiate the interest rates. And you would note that most of these loans are external loans and they are loans contracted in USD. Now, if the internal currency is not performing well, this will actually affect the currency in Ghana. However, it also helps to make sure that we get more revenue if that is contracted in USD. But basically, it is very worrying, and we hope that when they increase the tax revenue internally, it helps to get more revenue to pay for the debts. That's one. Secondly, the negotiations will also help to put the mind of creditors at rest. And thirdly, the performance of the CD in the country can also help to make sure that we are able to amass more revenue to pay out our debts.
Yeah, so a day after the debt stock report was released, the MPC met and retained rates at 14.5% for the fifth time. What do you make of this decision?
Yes, what it means is that they are trying to make sure that interest rates doesn't go up. It's not surprising to us because normally if the MPC rate is a business for which interest rates are generated within the financial sectors and all of that things are determined. So they are trying as much as possible to make sure that the interest rate is within the reach of every Ghanaian to be able to contract funding as it is now, where we have a surge in the coronavirus within the economy.
And earlier in the week, President Akufo-Addo announced the reimposition of raft of restrictions to help curb the rising COVID-19 infections in the country. How stringent are these restrictions, and can the economy handle that right now?
Well, I think as per the government of Ghana, they normally take medical advices, health advices from health technocrats, which is the Ministry of Health, and they've advised that because of the surge in the level of the coronavirus, they are supposed to take some stringent restrictions, and that's what the president did last week. Now it's a bit hard, but I think they are trying to take hard decisions to make sure that they are able to curb this coronavirus. Yes, it will affect the economy, but you have to make sure you balance both the health of the citizen and the health of the economy. If you intend to make sure that the economy is healthy, then the health of the citizen should be top A. So basically, I think it's the right decision, and I'm sure the economy adjusts to it, even though it's a bit difficult, but we are pulling through gradually.
Right. All right. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts there with us.